And it. Let somebody from their culture walk around barefoot, pregnant, and twerking. They wouldn't want that image at all. They would shun that image as we're trying to shun the stanky red image. But for real, who's that image for? Even the thirstiest niggas don't, you know, like that. I don't think. Well, but hell, somebody did get her pregnant. But damn, who's that sexually appealing to? For real, for real. Because it's not even done to be sexually appealing. It's done for the purpose of being as grotesque as you can be. It's not even meant to be sexy because it's not. Because here's the thing about hood rats. Can we get back into some Mac lessons real quick? Let me get into some old school Mac lessons real quick. For those who don't know about the old school Mac lessons show I used to do. The thing about hood rats, listen, I'm not a prude. I've crept with a hood rat or two in my day. I'm not a hypocrite. There might be some older hood rats now who I've had a romp with back in the day. I've had a hood rat or two, but the thing about hood rats, that hood rats were something that was done behind closed doors. You got with hood rats behind the scenes. Hood rats were never the first choice. Hood rats were always backup. You didn't want to see hood rats before 12 midnight. You know, that was kind of the good thing about a hood rat. You know, they're not bad people. The hood rat isn't a bad person, but you just didn't take them nowhere. You just kind of crept with them when their kids went to sleep. When the club was over, when you went through your Rolodex, and all of the working 9 to 5 sisters were probably asleep, and you're like, damn, I'm trying to get something popping, and you start calling down, and you get to the Section 8 part of your phone book, and you might hit something. And you crept with a hood rat. You bring something to drink over, and y'all do what you do, and then you go back to the crib. And y'all had a cool little understanding. Then that was the extent of how we saw hood rats. But now you parading them around on red carpets, and no, that's not something you parade around. No, you don't. No, the hood rats don't come out in the afternoons. You don't bring them out in the noon. You don't bring them out on prime time. No, no, no. That's a late night thing. So yeah, people are justified in saying, hey, some of this stuff, we don't really want to see that. And who is it for? Who's this for? What's the audience for the Suki Reds and all of these people? Sexy Red and Suki Hanas and all these people. Who's the audience? Well, the thing is, I think the main audience are white people. That's number one. White people and young black kids. See, they make that appeal to young black kids. They send the message, hey, look, young black girl, if you want to be a hood rat, there's money in it for you. They'll incentivize it. And again, I don't want to make it seem like I'm beating up on little sexy red. I'm not trying to beat up on her. I mean, we're in a system of white supremacy where there's economic deprivation. So people will do whatever they need to do to eat. And there's a lot of people out there. Somebody wants to film you and give you some money for being your ratchet self. A lot of people would take that. So I'm not going to fault her too much, but most of my criticism is the white corporate structure that parades that. And speaking of the white corporate structure, I posted an article from Time Magazine written by a white Latino talking about hip hop's roots comes from the Caribbean. They're pushing that lie. They're trying to double down now. They know we got what we got coming. They know this movie is about to kill the game. The trailer debunked so much stuff within 2 minutes. But you got to understand how the white supremacists think. They don't like taking an L. They'll try the I'm white, not say so narrative no matter how much information and proof you bring. Um, their objective to deny giving us credit for anything. Y'all heard last night when I was on here debating a couple of these suspected white supremacists, and this white supremacist suspect brought up Lewis Latimer and saying that he really didn't invent the light bulb, and I kept pointing out with proof that Lewis Latimer wrote the very first book on electric lighting. And no matter how much proof, this guy was still, well, nope, somebody else, he must have got it from somebody else. Don't care if he wrote the first book. Just because you wrote the first book on something doesn't mean that you were the first. I don't know who he got it from, but he got it from somebody. Just I'm white and I say so. So they're trying to do that with the hip hop thing, and that ain't gonna work. We're gonna shut that nonsense down. We're gonna shut it down heavy. So that movie is coming soon. So you guys stay tuned for that. Now let me get some calls. I'm gonna get some calls early because there's a lot of people in here that I didn't get yesterday, and we're gonna try it tonight. Let's get Tango. Tango, hop on. Tango. You can turn your microphone on, Tango. Turn your microphone on. Unmute yourself, bro. All right, while we're waiting on Tango to unmute his microphone, let's get Ani.
What's going on, brother?
What's up, Ani? How are you?
Doing good. I was wondering if you saw the charges that was brought against our brother out there in Montgomery.
Yeah, microphone's on.
Yeah, I did see that, brother. Thank you. Hold on, Tango. Hold on, Tango. But yeah, out there in Montgomery, they charged the co-captain, these demonic ass white supremacists, that they took that L, and the brother who got attacked, they charged him, right? Well, these people are getting majorly on code, but Tango, hop on, man.
Yeah, Tariq.
What's up, Tango?
Yeah, listen, man. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. As black people, yeah, man, we need to stop focusing so much on the past. Because if not, our life is just gonna pass us, and we won't even know.
Then why are
Just
you
focus on the present, man.
then why are you focusing on the past? Because I haven't said anything about the past. So why are you focusing on the past?
No, but listen, man, every time you're talking about FBA and Africans and stuff, man, we need to focus on the future, not the past, bro.
What is the past about my lineage that I'm a part of now?
Mate, why are you talking about the lineage? Forget about it. Move on. It's happened. Long as they've done. Do you know
Move
what I
on
mean?
from
We
my
need to focus
lineage?
on the present, mate.
That is my presence. I'm a foundational Black American. What's the past about that? I'm a current foundational Black American, and that's
Yes,
my
but
lineage.
but
I gotta forget.
why'd you bang why'd you bang about it?
Why what? Why did I
Why do
do
you go on
who?
about it all the time? Why do you go on about it all the time?
Because I honor my mother, father, grandmother, grandfather, grandparents, and ancestors because of the
Yes,
sacrifices they made for
yes, we
me,
all do,
and I
bro.
show them the respect, and I show them the appreciation of honoring them in the lineage. So what's wrong with
Yes, but why don't you focus on the future about building black communities now?
that's what we're doing
That's
now while paying
that's
homage to our ancestry
yeah, but it's
because I
very hard
got the
to do
game from
both.
them.
It's very
No,
because
no, sir.
what from what I
If,
listen from what I see from your post, yeah, all you're doing is talking about the past, and that makes black people upset. So
what
people,
past are
instead
you
of them
talking about?
focusing on
What past are you talking
FBAs,
about? That's
FBAs,
not the
how
past. That's current. That's not the past. So what are you talking about? You're not even making sense, sir.
Tariq, man, you gotta be positive. Tell black people to
What
build black
what's more
communities now.
positive? What's more positive than acknowledging and paying homage to our lineage and the people who paved the way to give us the strength to persevere? What's more positive than that?
Yes, but every day, every day,
Yes,
every
every day. You
week.
know why, sir? You know why, sir? You know why you have a problem with it? Because you don't have any lineage to be proud of, sir, and you're trying to project that onto us. We're not you, brother, and no disrespect. You come from a
Listen,
fleeing lineage, and that's why you're projecting your failure. My family didn't flee from nowhere. They stayed here and fought and made a way for me, and I'm going to honor them every chance I get, sir.
listen. My family didn't flee from anywhere.
Sir, you are a Caribbean with an English accent, sir. You're in Britain right now. They fled.
Listen, listen. My family didn't flee from anywhere. Honestly, Tariq. Honestly, as a black guy, yeah,
You have
I'll
a
always
British accent, dude. You're not indigenous to Britain. What are you talking about?
yes, but so are FBAs. You guys are not indigenous to America. Stop
Yes, we
it.
are.
No,
Yes,
you're
we
not.
are.
No, you're
There
not.
was, yes, we are.
Tariq, listen, you're
Listen,
bullshitting. Look at the
listen,
history. Have you read up the
dude.
history? Stop lying to people and lying to yourself. You're not indigenous to America. Stop that
Yes, we
bullshit.
are,
America was full of Indians. Stop that bullshit.
sir. No, there was no United
That is
States
bullshit.
until
Listen, mate.
foundational Black
Have
Americans
you not
built it.
listen? Most, let's say
No,
most
no, no,
most
no,
black
no.
Americans.
You're not gonna. No, no, no. Don't babble. There was no United States until foundational Black Americans built it. That makes us indigenous to the United States. The red natives that were scattered around the land mixed with the black natives, the red ones didn't do anything to build the nation. It was the black ones and the black people brought over here to join the black indigenous people that became foundational Black Americans who built this nation. We are indigenous to the
Tariq,
United States,
Tariq, that is
sir.
bullshit. That is
That is
bullshit.
not
That is
bullshit.
bullshit. Black
Where's the
people
lie?
are from Africa. Black people are from Africa.
Everybody is
Stop this bullshit.
everybody is from Africa from some point, sir. We had an ethnogenesis. We became a whole new ethnic group, sir.
So, all right, if everybody's from Africa at one point, so how are you an FBA? You was
Because
never from the land. You lot got
we
put
had
into
an
the land.
ethnogenesis. We
Tariq,
became a brand
take
new
take
ethnic
a
group.
DNA test. Take a DNA test,
Sir,
and you'll see you're
this is Tether babble. What part of the Caribbean did your family flee from, sir?
Tariq. Take a DNA test. You'll see you're from
Sir,
Africa.
you don't have a homeland. Sir, you're just a fleer. You're just fleeing wherever you can get in where you fit in, sir. And you're trying to project your non lineage nation having
Tariq,
ass. You're
Tariq,
trying to
you're
project
probably
onto
Sierra
us.
Leonean. You're probably from Sierra Leone or Nigeria or Ghana.
Sir, Sierra Leone didn't exist when some of my ancestors were in Africa. It didn't even exist.
You're
The
from
nation,
West Africa.
the,
You're
the
from West
nations,
Africa. You're not
sir,
FBA. You
a
are not
lot of
FBA.
people, are from West
There
Africa
is
as
not.
far as their lineage
Why
or
do you guys want to
genealogy.
why do you guys want to claim to
Sir,
be FBA so bad?
because
Like
that's
that's
our
lost.
lineage. That's
Listen,
our lineage.
these white people have
We have a unique
brainwashed.
lineage
You
that you
guys have
don't
been
have.
brainwashed to be you want to be American.
We we have a unique lineage that you don't have. We built a nation and didn't flee, sir.
Yeah, but how could you guys build a nation but then you guys were slaves?
Sir, no matter how we did it, we
Does that
did
make
it.
sense? You're an FBA,
Yeah,
but
it
then you got made a
does.
slave in your own land. You got
And
made slaves in your own land.
just like you,
That does
that's
not
why
make sense.
just what makes sense is that you were enslaved. That's why you fled. You chose to flee.
Tariq, I'm not talking about fleeing. I'm talking about so
I'm
you're
talking,
an
yes,
FBA. You
yes.
built a
You're talking about y'all were made slaves. You were made slaves. All black people globally, except the black people on North Sentinel Island, were enslaved through direct slavery or colonization, which is slavery.
all
So
right,
don't
Tariq,
point
listen
the
to me.
finger talking
If
about you were
listen,
enslaved.
you were you guys
Sir, you were so down bad, you had to flee from your homeland. You cannot point the finger at foundational Black Americans, sir.
all right, Tariq, listen to me, yeah. You guys are FBAs, you built America, you got made slaves. You had to fight your way out of slavery.
As did you, but go ahead.
All right, listen to me, yeah? That's happened. Yeah? That's the past. Let's move on from it. Let's build our communities now. There's so much crime happening in
Okay.
our communities
Why
and people.
then why
Let's
didn't you
build. That's
build
what we
your
should
community?
focus
Why
on.
did you flee? Why didn't you build your community in your homeland? Why
Listen,
did you flee to Britain?
that's a topic for another day.
No, it's a
Let's
topic
talk.
for right now. It's a topic for right now. Why didn't you build your homeland and why did you flee to
Listen,
Britain? And you're pointing your finger telling us what we need to do.
listen, mate. That's a topic for another day. Let's talk
That's a
about FB.
topic for right now, Umbutu. That's a topic for right now. Why did you
Oh,
flee and not do anything about your homeland, sir?
listen, mate. That's. I've told you already. No one's
Okay.
fled.
Thank you
No
so
one's fled.
much. Thank you so much. I don't want to hear this tether failure. It's a topic for another day. No, it's a topic for right now. You don't wag your finger at us. But and all my non-FBA folks, all of y'all are not jacked up like this guy. All of you are not jacked up. But these dudes, people who flee, they feel a certain way about themselves and they always got us on their brain. They always want to project that shit onto us because we didn't flee. I take pride in my damn ancestry. You're not going to shame me. Well, hell, why don't y'all move on? No, I ain't moving on from nothing. I get strength from my damn ancestry. My people stood here and persevered and survived some of the greatest atrocities and didn't flee. They stood toe to toe with these damn white supremacists. And I'm proud of them. I have a lineage, and we got a lineage that we can show pride in. I can pop our collar. We can pop our collar to the lineage that paved the way for us. That's why when you think of perseverance, you think of foundational Black Americans. When you think of people standing up against adversity, the first thing you think about are foundational Black Americans. Muhammad Ali, Dr. King, Rosa Parks, Malcolm X, Sojourner Truth, Nat Turner, Harriet Tubman. You always thinking about foundational Black Americans, and for a lot of tethers, that burns their asses. Let's keep it real tonight, and I'm not trying to dump on my non-FBA international family, but cats like that, they feel a certain way because they don't have a Rosa Parks in their lineage. They don't have a Dr. King. They don't have a Muhammad Ali in their lineage. They don't have a Sojourner Truth or a Nat Turner or John Horse. They don't have it in their lineage. You understand? They got cake soap and running shoes. And then they feel a certain way about having to flee and leave their homeland in shambles. And then they want to project that stuff on us. We should have been checking that a long time ago, family. We should have been checking that garbage ass mindset that they try to project onto us. Let me get CC Freeman in here. What's up, Miss Connie? Hop on, lady.
Are you talking to me?
Yes, and what you doing over there? You know how to work that phone.
You said, what did
What's
you
up?
say?
I said, you know how to work that phone. What's
Shoot,
going on?
you know I'm 80.
Oh,
But whenever these melanated immigrants like him say something silly, I have to come up. But one of the first things that we should take note of is there's a testament to our strength. We were in chains. We were constantly beaten because we were always fighting. They were
right.
colonized. They were so weak, they didn't even have to be put in chains. And they were the
Mm,
majority. No, think about that. They were so
mm,
easily controlled mentally that they couldn't even run up on that small percentage. That's crazy.
mm,
So when they talk like that, it's like, what are you talking about? Number two, this whole forget your past. Their countries are in dire straits right now. Their
mm,
people in their homelands are in dire straits. And they have the audacity to tell us to forget about what is currently happening to us. And then the last thing, they keep saying it was in the past. And this is why they
Right.
can't, yeah, they can't speak for us. I've asked them in spaces, tell us our history then, since you know so much. So it's still going on, but all they think slavery. They don't know that our Freedmen Bank, billions of dollars were stolen from us, our lands being stolen, our prosperous towns being burned down, us being raped. This has never stopped for centuries. And you told us to watch Silver Dollar Road, right?
Yeah.
Excellent film. Thank you. I have a
Oh yeah.
friend right now. Yeah, I have a friend right now. Amazon, the company Amazon, and some white politicians, same story. This is happening in 2023. Thank God this guy has, he's financially successful and he's fighting, but they stole his property in Ohio and
Mm,
just colluded, same exact thing. So, just in closing, they don't know anything about our history. They don't know that we've always fought. There's never been a moment of peace between us and whites. And they just want us to forget about it so we can all be one big black Negro that they can just
mhm.
bite off of and, cloak themselves in our history. But thanks for letting me speak. Peace, love, and
Thank
reparation.
you. Thank you, beloved. Man, man. Yeah, these I hate when folks try to project their stuff onto us. That's not gonna work. Y'all not gonna shame us from not giving props to our ancestry, our lineage. No. That's why we're gatekeeping our lineage. We're gatekeeping stuff now. I'm very proud of foundational Black Americans and what they've accomplished and what they've endured. Yeah, when people try to say, well, you guys were slaves, boy, what do you think colonization was? What do you think that was? That was slavery. That was nothing but slavery. They enslaved the entire nation states over there and created different tribes. Boy, y'all better get off that finger pointing talking about y'all were slaves. See, that's the reason why we as foundational Black Americans, we've been able to fight back because we know what they're doing to us. We know what it is. We know it ain't no love. So we know we gotta put in some work to get whatever we need. Over there in some of these countries over there in Africa, you don't realize that you've been enslaved. You think, well, it's just the corrupt Negro that's stealing all the money over there. Whenever you start talking about the problems in certain African countries, and they always deny white supremacy. They act like white supremacy doesn't exist. It is not white supremacy. It is the government. It's the corruption. It's these niggas who are corrupt. These corrupt niggas. Who put them corrupt niggas in there? You understand? These corrupt puppet leaders are put in there by the white supremacists. Your economies over there still controlled by the white supremacists. When they colonized these folks, they started giving them last names. The people in West Africa, for the most part, didn't have last names. That's a new thing. They did the same thing. They would name us and then they would name you. They did the same thing. And then not just name you, they renamed your whole country. They're like, "What y'all niggas? What's this called? This is called Eredo. All right, well, nigga, this is the Gold Coast now. All right, all of y'all niggas are part of the Gold Coast. Now go sit over there and let me give you your last name because we need to tax you niggas. So we need to know who's who. So Uboye, your name is going to be. Let me see. You got big ears. So what's the Yoruba word for big ears? That's going to be your last name." They were literally doing it like that. They were literally giving people last names like that. It's so Cat's got a lot of nerve. Oh, we got Habasha King. All right, let's get Habasha King. You're in Ghana, brother. Where you from? I see some flags on here. Where you from? You waving your hand. You're waving your hand like crazy. Habasha.
I'm gonna be respectful here. We can have a interesting conversation,
There
Mr.
you
Tariq.
Okay. Now I couldn't hear the first part of your thing because I
Yeah.
think you were getting an Uber order and it was messing your phone up. Now, what were you saying on the first part?
Yes. Tariq, how are you? How's your night today?
I'm good. I'm good, man. How are you? Now,
Good, good.
where's the flag? You from?
Yes, sir. I'm from Ethiopia, the great nation of
Oh,
Ethiopia, sir.
yes.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
sir. Now, I have a few questions. This is a very, thank you for bringing me up. I hope the family's good. Everything's good with you. I'm very polite because that's my Ethiopian culture to be polite. Um,
Right.
let's start off with this. The previous guy who was here, he's wrong for saying what he said. Shame on him because it's just you don't bring up traumas, people's traumas, and use that against them. So shame on him. Secondly, if you're gonna say colonization is like slavery, then basically the whole world got colonized. Everybody's basically slave. That's what you're saying, basically. India, China, every country. There's not one country that hasn't been, except for Ethiopia, by the way. We were never colonized. We're never. Yeah, there you go. So, are you basically
And,
saying? Yeah, go ahead.
and by the way, with Ethiopia, shout out to the foundational Black Americans who went over there, the 1930s and 40s, to help fight against Italy. It was a foundational Black American brother out of Chicago who went over there and taught the Air Force. He was working with Haile Selassie, showing them how to fly planes and get reconnaissance on the Italian military. And he helped form the first airline in Africa, which started in Ethiopia. So a lot of foundational Black Americans were lining up over here to help fight the Italians off of you brothers over there because we didn't
Yeah.
want to see Ethiopia get colonized. But go ahead. Go ahead.
Basically, you guys were cannon fodder. Excuse my language. You know, I do believe in delineation. So there was no point or reason for you guys to fight another countries. I'm actually angry at Ethiopia for requiring other people to fight. That means they didn't win on their own. So you guys
Right.
were used as cannon fodder, basically. Um,
Well,
and
we
that's
saw
that's
other
sad.
well, we saw other Black people. We were like, hey, these are our
Sir,
brothers, even
we're
though
not black, sir.
I
I
know,
just,
but we
yeah,
saw,
we are
I
not. We don't consider
we
ourselves that. Yeah.
I know that. I know a lot of you think that you're Arab, but we, being the kind-hearted people that we are, we saw you as the Black people, and we said we don't want other Black people being colonized. So we helped try to get these white supremacists off your backs. But and you don't seem too appreciative.
No, thank you. Moving on from that. So, I would say FBAs, please stop obsessing over, the African community. Also, Africans stop
Obsessed. So
obsessing
look,
over.
that's a
Yeah.
projection,
No, no, I'm,
sir.
I'm both ways. I'm not saying one way. I'm saying both
That's
ways.
not
We
even a
both
both way.
are.
That's not a both
Okay.
way. We don't. What makes you think we think of you in any shape, way, form, or fashion?
And I'll tell you, you know, where I live in basically Arlington, Virginia, big Ethiopian population, huge. I live in Ethiopia, and I used to live in Ethiopia, came to Arlington, Virginia, go to school here. Um, a lot of the
What
FBAs,
part of Ethiopia are you from, by the way?
Har, so I'm Harari. It's
Okay.
a unique area. It's not like, I don't know. I call myself Habesha, but I'm not actually Habesha. I'm Harari. It's a play on words, basically, to anger people. A lot of the Habesha on here, they're trolls. So, anyways, that's not the point. The point, Tariq, man, when we came over here originally, we used to delineate ourselves and used to make the FBAs angry. They were like, why are the Ethiopians so proud? Why do they delineate? Because we
Why?
don't consider,
Why are they so what?
no, FBAs, when we came over here in America, we delineated ourselves always. We always were very hyper nationalistic, ethnocentric. We used to delineate ourselves. So when you go up to us, we used to say, we're Ethiopian. And when people ask us, are you black? We would say, hell no. We're not that. We're not a skin color.
What makes you
So
think mad about? We don't get mad at.
not not this new generation, this new breed. I call you guys a new breed, and not this new breed of FBAs. I'm
We don't.
talking about when I grew. I was
No, no, we don't care. We've never cared, sir. That's a fantasy that a lot of you tethers indulge in. You think that we give a damn. We've never given a damn. I can tell you from foundational Black American experience, we've never given a damn about you so-called delineating or not identifying as Black, because a lot of the tethers from there who come over, you've always been funny style. You guys were the cab drivers who wouldn't pick us up. We've always seen how funny style you were, especially out there in the DMV area. We've always seen how funny style you were. So we never cared. So do
fair,
you
fair enough. Yeah,
you
fair
guys
enough.
sit up fantasizing about us getting upset about you not claiming Black? We know that you
No,
don't.
but
No, we know that many of you identify as
true.
either dark Caucasians or Arabs. So
Fair enough. Another thing is growing up. A lot of you FBA men used to fetishize our women because your women, you hated them. And you always fetishize our women, Ethiopian
sir,
women. And we
sir,
used to check you for that. We used to check you and tell you, no, you're not going to be accepted in our family. So you used to get angry. Like I had an FBA brother come up to my sister and say, can I marry her? And I said, no way. You come from a lineage that I can't even make sure that you are from. You don't even have a father, I told the dude. So how can I be mixing with people who don't even have fathers? 72% of your community don't have and fathers in their lives. Like they're born out of wedlock. That's an
sir,
unnoble community. It's ignoble.
sir, sir,
Where's the nobility?
sir, you come from a lineage of female circumcisions and you don't even know your birthday if you don't stop. Sir, y'all got orphans running around. They don't know who their mama, daddy is if you don't stop. If you don't stop, sir. Stop playing
Yeah,
games.
I'm
Right,
not even playing games, my friend Tariq. I'm not playing games.
sir.
We
Stop.
always weren't accepting of you guys. You guys were the ones bigging us. We Ethiopians have a big head. Like we are noble. We always
And I don't even think you're Ethiopian because now I hear a Latino accent coming out. The more you talk, there's a Latino accent coming out.
no,
Sir,
no, amigo, ¿cómo está? No, no, I'm not actually Latino.
yeah.
It's all jokes. I'm not Latino. I swear to God.
No, no, no. I hear a Latino accent. Are you over there seasoning some chicken with Goya right now, sir? I hear a Latino
No,
accent.
I eat kitfo. I eat kitfo.
No, I think you eat pico de gallo. I'm smelling an empanada over the phone. I don't think. I think you're a
Tariq,
Hispanic.
please, please. No, no, I swear to God, on everything I love, on my God.
Well,
I'm an Orthodox
swear
Christian. On
if you
God, I'm not.
if
Yes.
if you swear on chickens in your backyard because I hear some chickens
I
clucking.
swear on them chickens in my backyard. Swear
Okay,
on my country.
I
Okay,
know.
Tariq, my friend, here's the thing, man. You are a very charismatic individual. I do believe your you're basically delineating yourselves is helping us as Ethiopians because we don't want our and Ethiopians, basically using your identity to get places, to go to places. So we want them, we want, I want my community basically to be on their own feet, which they've been doing now. So good for them. So Tariq,
Yes,
continue this, continue delineating. It benefits you guys.
and
We
yes,
never actually wanted, yeah,
and while
we
you're
never
getting
wanted anything to do with you ashy dudes. Like,
yes,
I'll
indeed, and
tell you
while
something.
listen, and while you're getting on your feet, put some cocoa butter on them feet because you're very
Nah,
ashy.
bro.
And
Nah, bro.
nobody's trying to get with your women. Much respect to them, no disrespect to them, but nobody. The listen, a foundational Black American, the last thing she wants to get with is a little waterhead Ethiopian dude like yourself. That's the last thing, and I think that's what's burning your ass. I've never seen an FBA sister say, "Ooh, girl, this Ethiopian nigga tore this pussy up." You've never heard that, sir. And I think that's the thing that bothers you, sir. But it's okay. You're going to be all right. And much respect to you. And shout out to you and your injera bread or whatever you like to eat. All right. Man, boy, these tethers. Boy, these tethers stay projecting. Talking about their women. Nigga, our women ain't checking for you. Oh, goodness. Man, man, man. Let's see. We got a lot of people in here tonight. Let's get FBA Goddess. FBA Goddess. What's up, FBA Goddess? Miss FBA Goddess. Let's turn that microphone on, ma'am. FB. Okay, what happened to you, beloved? You were here and then you bounced. All right, let's try some other people because we got a lot of folks in here. Y'all raise your hand if you're ready. Let's raise your hand if you are ready. Man, man, man. Where y'all at, man? We got a lot of folks in here. All right, we got people, somebody with a fake account using my picture. Boy, you tethers. Boy, you tethers be having FBAs on the brain, don't you? Well, let's get viral drip in here. Viral drip. Viral drip.
How you doing, sir? Thank you for allowing me to speak. And the last speaker, I don't know where he was from, but one thing I want to mention, he spoke out, said something about he doesn't have any respect for Ethiopia getting help. Instead of saying thank you, you know,
Right.
I want to speak on that because that's been coming up in your space quite a bit. uh, the Black Americans were denied to go over to Ethiopia. So when they went, they had to find another way to get there. But at the same time, nobody speaks about this much. The Italian Americans were allowed to go and fight for the side of Italy. And I'll close.
My man, I appreciate that. But yeah, they wouldn't let um, many of us go over there, so we had to finesse our way. We literally had to fight our way to go over there and help them fight. It wasn't an easy thing. One of my brothers out of Chicago, Brother John, built a damn plane. He built his own plane to fly over there. So look, we do so much stuff for people, and they are completely ungrateful. So that's why we're gatekeeping. We're gatekeeping heavy. All right, let me see. Let's get Derek. Let's get Derek in here. Hop on, Derek.
What's good, Flex?
I'm good, man. How are you, brother Derek?
I'm all right, man. I'm out here in Hawaii, stationed out here for the last 3 years from Atlanta. I got some pertinent information to pass to the family, so
Yeah.
it's going to change the topic of the conversation. But so the Corporate Transparency Act goes into effect on January 1st, 2024, and basically what it is if you have an LLC or any type of corporate entity like a trust or anything like that, you have to register with the Secretary of State. And a part of the application process is you have to give all your social media handles, bank account, all that stuff. So everything about yourself, you even have to give a picture of yourself holding the application. So if you don't file, if you fail to file, it's going to be a $500 a day fine from the IRS. So been on the earn your leisure type wave and stuff like that, trying to get your LLC and your business started. So I wanted to pass that out to the family. I land my plane right there.
Okay, I gotta look that up. That sounds weird. Okay. Yeah, that sounds strange. That sounds real strange. Wow. I gotta holler at my damn If that's real, that sounds very strange. I got to look into that. All right. Let me see who we got. Let's get a couple of people in here because I still got work to do. Working on this movie, microphone check. So I'm doing a lot of work here. All right. Let me see. Y'all raise your hand. Let me get one more good call in here. One more good call. Y'all hop on because I ain't going to be on here too long. Let's get one more good call. Where y'all at? All right. Let's get, let me see. Let's get average black American. Average black guy. What's going on, brother? How are you?
I'm pretty decent, man. It's good to be in the space. That brother you was talking to, um, man, he has us on the brain consistently. He actually lightened his skin. I don't know if you could look at the photo that he had, but the man had the little cake soap going and lightened his skin.
Oh,
So yeah, and he's consistently saying the worst thing. One of the things that stuck out is something that a lot of tethers will say about Black Americans and us being in America, like we're lucky. They say that our greatness is because we're around white people. White culture is the reason why we've become great. And of course, you can always tell them back. We made it in spite of white people. White people are obstacles that we've had to overcome. We could have been further along without them, but he believes that their greatness is because of white people. Our greatness is because of white people. And I land there.
yeah. You know what? That whole narrative, and see, the white supremacists, they've convinced people that, things wouldn't pop off without them. And let me tell you something. If it weren't for systematic white supremacy holding black progress back, because we know that our progress, they put a cap on it. We're held back. Whenever we start progressing too much or we progress without their permission, oh, they yank that chain real quick. If they weren't creating a system of deprivation and sabotage, we would have more advanced societies, I believe. I believe we would have way more technological advances, societal advances, medicinal advances. Let's keep it real. I want black folks to understand this. A lot of issues we have in society, even though we have a lot of, you know, technological advances in relations to the rest of the world, we would have more if it weren't for systematic white supremacy holding people back from their greatness. If it weren't for economic and educational sabotaging, because we get sabotaged from top to bottom. And when we start to excel, they say, hey, we gotta put a cap on that. We can't let them take this knowledge and use it for themselves. That's why whenever a black person comes up with some kind of invention that's going to revolutionize something, notice that black person always ends up missing or dead. I want y'all to think about that. The minute a black person comes up with some kind of invention that can really revolutionize a nation or can be self-sustaining without the current status quo, that black person turns up missing. And this happens all over the world. There was a brother over there in South Africa. He came up with this water system, this water system that didn't rely on the nationalized system. I forgot the exact logistics of it, but hell, that brother ended up, quote unquote, falling out of a window. Over here, there's a brother, I think he's down in Mississippi. He has that giant water machine where he was taking it up there to Flint, giving people clean water for free. This brother created this machine, and some suspected white supremacists allegedly went up there in the middle of the night. Yeah, Moses West. Thank you, Sister Connie. Brother Moses West. and some white supremacists sabotaged his machine. I want y'all to go look up an interview Moses West did. He said, hey, whoever did this knew what the hell they were doing. The way this thing is set up, it's not some shit where a random person can go mess with it. The way they sabotaged it, this was somebody who had, they knew what they were doing, meaning these people were had some kind of engineering skills. So this wasn't just like a crackhead or something. Remember the brother up there in Buffalo, that security guard who got shot and killed by the white supremacists? He had a water system that he created. This brother in Buffalo created this water system, this free energy water system, and he was working as a security guard, and then the white supremacists showed up and killed him and a whole bunch of other people. You see, I don't believe in them many coincidences, family. It ain't them many coincidences in the world. The minute we create something revolutionary, all of a sudden we get offed. You see, so we would have way more technological advances and advancements if it weren't for these people throwing a wrench in the game. So I want us to understand that. There's a reason why they like to promote us being in a childlike state, because a lot of us think being in a childlike state, man, we kind of got it made. We just let white mommy and white daddy do all the work, and we can just sit around drinking, smoking, partying, bullshitting, twerking. And when some of us get out of that mindset, we become threats. Us talking about being empowered, that becomes a threat because you're waking up. That's why the word woke is so negative. That's why they have an anti-woke movement. See, we're supposed to be perpetual children in their eyes. This goes back to the main topic what we were talking about earlier. That's why they like the sexy reds. They like that because that's a modern version of the plantation. A silly, simple-minded Negro, preferably the woman, because if the woman is simple-minded and hood radish and feeble, over sexualized, well, the kids that she produced, she's the first teacher, she's going to do a number on them. So the white supremacists, they got minimal work to do when the kid gets of age. They want the mothers to have the plantation mammy, Jezebel mindset to infuse in the children. That's why it's very important for them to get the women on the bullshit, you see. And I think that's why they're putting out these horrible images of sisters right now. And they make sure that it's FBA sisters that they show fucked up like that. Because they know our potential. They know that a Rosa Parks type will inspire us. They know that a Dr. Welsing will inspire us. This is why they don't like to talk about these revolutionary sisters. That's why we talk about them. That's why you can go to the Hidden History Museum. If you're in Los Angeles, go to the Hidden History Museum on Jefferson Boulevard and learn about these powerful sisters, Dr. Welsing, Shahrazad Ali, so many, many others. So that's why it's up to us on the grassroots to teach this stuff, to chop up game with each other and share this knowledge, and then give the knowledge to the young folks, and not just the young people, to the young adults and older people too. This knowledge is for everybody. And by the way, the children's book, I have a children's slash young adult book that will be out in a couple of weeks. All right. This book will be out in a couple of weeks. It's a great read. It's a great table book. It's a book for children, young adults. You can grow into the book. Um, Very good book, and it's going to be available in a couple of weeks, right on time for the holiday season, for the Aratasase holiday season, right on time, because that's important. That's very important. Us sharing that knowledge and getting that knowledge out there when the kids are young. But anyway, family, let me get out of here. I don't want to keep y'all too long. So right now, family, you guys go to rootworkstyle.com, get that Rootwork deodorant. Remember, who is this person giving me a thumbs down? Who is this Barry dude? Barry Acon. Why are you giving a thumbs down, Barry? Hold on. Barry, why are you giving a thumbs down? What's that about? Barry, what's up, bro? Yo, Barry, hop on. Use that little ashy thumb to push your microphone on.
Oh my God,
What's up,
Dana,
Barry?
Dana, Dana, Dana,
Oh, Lord, you tethers are not
Dana,
with.
Dana,
Damn,
Dana.
dude. Well, these tethers are not witty at all. Tethers, boy. Now, who is Dana? Is that the name of your gerbil and it got lost in your homeboy? That nigga has his homeboy's legs cocked open, yelling for his gerbil. Dana, come back, nigga. Dana, I got to get him back. He was going to suffocate. So, yeah, you need to get Dana the gerbil out your homeboy. And don't call me while you're trying to get your gerbil back. You shouldn't have put it up there in him. You shouldn't have done that, brother. Y'all know not to do that. You're, you're letting the gerbil fidget up in your homeboy, but you need that gerbil for bushmeat. So you you had some sex play and then you got hungry. So now you got to call the gerbil back and get the barbecue grill going. Dana, I got some hot sauce. Lord. Anyway, excuse me. Who is Dana with the data? Now y'all want to. I'm about to get off. Now everybody want to get turned up in this motherfucker. Didn't know. Thank you, Lord, but somebody please find that man's gerbil. All right, hold on. Let me get Barry up. Barry, can you describe the gerbil so we can help you if it crawls out your homie
Dana,
and
you
if we
know me. Dana,
no uh, no what does Dana look like? Was Dana
Dana
like
with
kind
the
of gray?
data. The
Uh,
Dana with the data. You know me. You know.
okay, but if we find the gerbil, we'll text you. Okay, if we find it, we'll text you, brother. All right, I don't know what's going on, but you sound like you really want your gerbil back. There's a sentimental attachment to it. All right. But anyway, anyway, let me get out of here, man. Y'all have me on here all night bullshitting. All right, go to rootworkstyle.com. Go to Rootwork Style. And dude, you and Dana the gerbil, y'all really need to get some because whatever that room smells like right now, it's going to need some deodorant. So go to rootworkstyle.com, rub a little bit on Dana. When you find Dana, rub some of that on Dana, rub some on his fur, and that'll get the stains out. But rootworkstyle.com. All right, guys, I'm out.